Okay, all right. So this week's homework will largely evolve around. Is it evolve? No, revolve. Yeah, revolve around the stuff that we learned last week. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. So the homeworks, they're all. I wouldn't say they're all the same, but the topics of the homeworks are the same for the 3 days we do have homework this week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend a lot more time. I wouldn't say a lot, more time today on the different types of questions because you kind of see four different kinds of questions. So I want to make sure I cover that. And then the last two videos, I'm going to make them considerably shorter, okay, to make the time up for you guys. Okay. All right. So let's start. All right. So the first three are all proportional representations. So let's do one of these together. Okay. All right. Now, the questions are not difficult, okay, if you've been paying attention in class. So let's see. Okay, all right. So the question is asking which graph does not represent a proportional relationship. So remember what I said in class late last week, right? How can you tell if a graph is proportional? Yeah, if it's a straight line that goes through the origin, right? Meaning going through right in the middle of the graph, 0, 0. So B is it. We're going to cross B out, cross D out, cross C out. And the only guy, that's A. Now, what's wrong with A? Why is that not a proportional relationship? Yeah, the line is straight, but it didn't go through 0, 0. Didn't go through the origin. Okay, so I'm going to select that, submit the answer, and that's it. Okay, all right, let's do the next kind of question. Now we're looking at a different kind of proportional representation. All right, you're going to do two questions like this. Oops, I did not. I was hoping I won't see this. I assigned it wrong. Yeah, it's a tables, right? Okay, all right. Okay, they're not listening right now. All right, I want to find one where it's just tables of values. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. All right, hold on. Let me go find a problem type. There we go. Okay, so if you see this kind of problem where is the battery off? Hold on 1 second. Uh oh, what happened? The whole thing collapsed. Oops. How'd that happen? Okay, all right. It's been a very, very weird and funky Monday, to say the least. Not been a very good day. Okay, Mondays are tough now. All right, okay, so which table does not show a proportional? So, in other words, right, this is the fastest way to look at it. Well, to conceptualize it, okay? So, think about this. If I plot all these points, right, which one will match which one will have a graph that is a straight line, again, that goes to the origin? Now, to help you with not having to plot all these points up, because that would be a 10 to 15-minute activity for one question, what you could do is this. You could simply, here's my calculator. You could simply cross multiply these values, and if the values are the same, then you know you're good to go. Okay, so let me go grab a calculator. I'll be right back. All right, so in other words, what we could do, because the other thing that you could think about is, hey, look, what times what will give you that number, right? So looking at number one, 6 times what gives you 10. But actually, no, what I really meant was C, right? 11 times what gives you 11, 16 times what gives you 16. All these numbers are consistent, especially C, right? It's almost like an exaggeration of the point that I'm trying to make. Now, on the other hand, you could look at something like D, right? How does 6 become 3? How does 10 become 5? How does 14 become 7, right? Well, you either divide it by 2 or multiply by half. Then the tougher questions comes, right? Where you look at 6 and 10, 15 and 25. Like 6 doesn't multiply any whole number to give you 10. Now, looking at B also, 9 doesn't multiply any whole number to give you 6. So that's why, if all the tables are like C and D, that's great. But if it's not, then what do you do? All right. And here's the trick. So let me grab my pen. So the trick then would be to simply just cross multiply them as if they're like fractions of their own. Okay. Right. So you would do this. You would just cross multiply them like this. And then you would just do them over and over. Okay. So for example, right? If I do 6 times 25, now I have a feeling the A is not the is the answer, meaning it's not proportional. 6 times 25 is 150. 15 times 10 is 150. Okay. How about 18 times 35? And then 21 times 30. Oh, there might be a chance yet. Huh. Now, you could pick any two numbers to cross multiply. So, for example, you could pick this one with this one and then this one with this one. I think A is actually good because 6 times 30 is 180, 18 times 10, right? So this one looks okay actually. So C is good, D is good, A looks good. So let's test out B, okay? Now let's see. 9 times 12. 9 times 12 is 108. 6 times 18 is also 108, right? So which one is not a proportional relationship? Okay, this is gonna be. Oh, I see. Yep, I know. It's B. All right. It's these two numbers not gonna work out. So let's try it. 21 times 18, and then 24 times 18 is a different answer, right? So the numbers are different. So the product here comes out to 378. This product here comes out to 432. So that's it. All right. So tough to see, right? Because the first two rows look good, but then the last two didn't. So yeah, it's B. Okay. All right. Now let's see. The last one I think is a mix. Right, that's right. So you're gonna get two tables and two graphs. Okay. Now, interestingly, A and B in the graph here, they're automatically a no because neither line is straight. So you know it's not A or B. All right. So there's only one choice here that will show that they're proportional. So again, all right, we'll go into the drawing board. Now, I can sort of see it already. All right, but let's try it. Okay. So you could cross multiply. So 3 times 8 is 24. 12 times 2 is 24. Now I got to try 18 times 14. That's 252. 21 times 12. Yep, also 252, right? So this one's going to be okay. All right, I think. Now, the other way you can think about it is you can look at them like they're fractions. Like, for example, this one is, let's say it's x over y, right? Let's write them like a fraction, like x over y. So let's say 3 over 2, 12 over 8. Technically, though, it should be y over x. Okay, I'm just telling you now. It really should be y over x. But for our purpose, either one is okay. Now, if you reduce 12 over 8, you get 3 over 2, right? Because 4 going to 12 three times, 8 twice, so on and so forth. Right? You reduce that, it's 3 over 2. Reduce that, that's 3 over 2 also. So they're all the same fraction, which means this is completely legit, which means D is not. Okay, so let's test it out. So 4 times 3 is 12. These two are going to be okay. So let's try this one. 16 times 14, 224. And then 13 times 20. I'm pretty sure that's 260. Yeah, so that's D. D is the. No, so C is the right answer because the other three are wrong choices. Okay, so C is the only legitimate answer. All right, okay, let's do one more. All right, we're almost there. I know this video is long. Okay, interpret point of graph. Okay, all right, so very straightforward. Okay, the question says, I'll read. Sophia buys mobile games via an app store on her phone. The relationship between the number of games downloaded, X, so down here, games downloaded, and Y, which is the cost in dollars, is represented by the graph below. Okay, all right, so you got 2 points here. Which one is true? I don't even think this is the correct question for this category, but it's close enough. Now, what does it say, right? X is games downloaded, and then this is the cost in dollars of the game. So point S is the unit rate, right? One game is $3, so $3 per game. Yep, that is true. So I'll click on that for now. All right. Now I just got to go through these four statements and see which one is true and which one is false. Okay. Point S means the unit is 3 games per dollar. Not true. One game. All right. I'll try to click on it. You see the red circle. One game is $3. Right? So that's not true. Point R means that the unit rate, well, first of all, the point R is not the unit rate because it's not out of one, right? So that's not it. And lastly, Point R means that the unit rate, again, doesn't say anything about the unit rate. The only thing point R does to save some time for tomorrow or rather Wednesday, the only thing point R tells you is that the coordinate is 824. Okay, so that means 8 games would cost $24. That's all that means. Doesn't say anything else. Okay, all right. Okay, that's it. Submit. And that's it. Okay, all right. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, all right. Bye now.
OMG, that was so good.